this video, I am going to teach you how to factor monomials and polynomials with a common factor. But first, let's learn how to factor monomial. So first of all, what are monomials? So monomials is an expression in algebra that contains only one term. Let's say, for example, we have 3x. Y. This is an example of a monomial. So a term is composed of numbers and variables or yung letters na tinatawag, no? So 3xy is an example of a monomial. Another example of a monomial, let's say 2x squared. This is also a monomial. How about x to the fourth? Yes, this is an example of a monomial. So how do we factor monomials? So let's say, for example, we have this monomial here, 24. Let's factor 24a to the third power, or a cube. How do we factor monomial? So first of all, diba sa monomials, as you can see, mayroon tayong numbers, which is 24. This is your numbers. And meron tayong variables, or yung letters, which is this, a cube. Para dumali sa factoring monomials, we will first factor the number. Okay, so let's first factor 24. So kapag ba sinabing factoring, paano kaya yon? Diba, we are familiar with multiplication. So let's say, for example, I have 12 times 2 is equal to 24. Ganyan yung multiplication, diba? Sa factoring, babaliktarin lang natin yan. So, kapag sinabi ni ma'am, ano kaya ang pwedeng factors ng 24? So, ma'am, ang factors ng 24 is 12 and 2. Why? Because if we multiply 12 and 2, the answer is 24. So, in multiplication, ang hinahanap natin ito. Okay, yung 24. Pero in factoring, ang hinahanap natin ay ito, yung dalawang numbers na pag pinag-multiply mo, yung 24 yung sagot. Okay ba yun? So, yun yung tinatawag na factors or factoring. Ganun yung gagawin natin. So, ano ba yung factors ng 24? Or ano kaya yung number na pag pinag-multiply natin, 24 yung sagot. So, una, pwede ma'am 1 times 24. Diba? 1 and, or lagay ko and. Okay? 1 and 24. Bakit kaya pwede itong 1 and 24? Kasi ma'am, 1 times 24, the answer is 24. Another factor is 2 and 12. Kasi 2 times 12 is 24. Another factor, pwede din 3 and 8. Meron pa? Yes, meron pa. 4 and 6. Meron pa kaya? Wala na. Ito lang yung possible factors ng 24. So, we've already factored the number in the monomial. How about, ma'am, yung variable? So, we will be factoring a to the third power, or a cube. How do we factor variable, ma'am? So, we will just be splitting the exponents. So, let's say, for example, a and a squared. Diba? Kasi a times a squared, that is a cube. Diba? Naalala niyo yung sa laws of exponent, if they have the same bases, therefore, you can just, in multiplying, you can just add their exponent. When we multiply in algebra, diba, we will just be adding their exponent. Pag same sila ng base, of course. Another factor na pwede dito, pwede sila anak magkabali-baliktad, no? A squared and A. Pwede din yan. Pero dito sa 24, hindi na natin siya babaliktarin. Pwede din naman A cube and 1, diba? Kasi 1 times A cube, that is A cube. Another factor is 1 and A cube. Binaliktad lang. Okay? So, ma'am, paano na po na-factor yung given natin? So, okay na, na-factor na natin yung numbers at the same time, na-factor na din natin yung variables. What do we need to do is we need to combine them. Okay? So, we need to combine these factors. So, yan. Liliitan lang ni ma'am. Oh, no. So, I'm going to put this somewhere. Ayaw niyang lumiit. So, set aside natin. Tatabi natin dito. And then, same as this. Ano? Same as this part. So, I'm going to move this para masulat natin yung possible factors. So, ayan. So, I'm going to write yung mga possible factorization ng 24a cube. So, dito, let's say, ayan, yung magkakatapat na yung pagkakombine na natin. Ano? A and 1. So, pwede A and 24a squared. Another 2 and a squared. Pagsasama-samahin lang natin, anak mo. 2a squared and 12a. In number 3, pwede 3a cube and 8. 8 times 1, that is 8. And then the last one, 4. Okay, wait, I'm going to write 4. 4 and 6a cube. Ayan. So, if you want to make sure na your answers are correct, you can just multiply them. So, let's check if our answers are correct. By the way, you can list a lot of factors, pero dito I'm going to limit kasi maraming pwedeng possible na sagot. Especially kapag we are factoring monomials. Okay, pero dito, I'm going to limit the factorization into 4 examples para hindi tumagal. Because we will be discussing another topic in this video. I'm going to move this here. Okay, and then if you want to check if your answers are correct, you can just multiply them. Okay, so A times 24a squared, that is 24a cubed, diba? And then here 2a squared times 12a, that is 24a cubed. And this one, 3 times 8, that is 24, and then a cubed. And the last one, 4 and 6a cubed, that is 24a cube. So therefore, all these factorizations are factors of 24a cubed. Therefore, you did get a correct factor. Next is I am going to teach you how to factor polynomials with a common factor. But before that, we will be learning how to find the greatest common factor in algebra or in this topic. So, di ba napag-aralan nyo na to dati? But in this topic, we will review how to get the GCF in algebra. Kasi meron na tayong variables na kukuha na ng GCF dito. So, what will happen? Kaya, let's say, we have this example. Let's find the GCF of 24x to the fourth and 16x cubed, or x to the third power, and y squared. So how are we going to find or look for the GCF of these two monomials? So first, of course, kuhanin muna natin yung GCF ng numbers, tsaka na yung variables. So, ano kaya ang greatest common factor ni 24 and 16? So, if alam niyo na how to find the GCF, you can just take a look at these numbers and say the GCF. Pero, of course, I will be teaching you step by step. So, in finding the GCF, you're going to list all the factors, and then you will be getting the greatest common factors of these two numbers. So let's say we have here 24 and below it is 16. Okay? So ano-ano ba ang factors ni 24? So pwede dyan 1 and 24, just like what I say a while ago. 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Ayan yung mga factors ni 24. Pero, in getting the GCF, para hindi na tayo mahirapan, I suggest that you arrange your factors from least to lowest. Okay? So, I'm going to write the factors 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. Ayan, para maganda din siyang tingnan, naka-arrange siya. How about 6? Pwede 1, and then pwede 2. How about 3? No. 4. And 4, 5, no. 6, no. 7, no. 8, yes, pwede. 8 and then 16. So these are the factors of 16. Now, as you can see, madami siyang common factor, di ba? Marami silang magkamukha na factor. We have here 1, we have here 2, we have here 4. We have here 4. Ano pa? And then we have 8. Okay? So, yan. They have 4 common factors, but we are looking for the greatest common factor, or yung pinakamalaking magkamukhang factor niya. So, between 1, 2, 4, and 8, ang pinakamalaking common factor ng 24 and 16 ay 8. So, ang GCF nilang dalawa ay 8. Okay? So, yan, tapos na natin kunin yung GCF ng numerical coefficients natin, which are 24 and 16. How about the variables? Paano natin makukuha yung greatest common factor ng variables? So, may condition kapag kukuha tayo ng greatest common factor ng variable. Sabi, kailangan kapag kumuha tayo ng GCF ng variables, yung base nila magkamukha or yung variable nila magkamukha. Kapag yung isa walang same na variable nun, therefore we cannot get the GCF. So in this example, ang magkamukhang variable lang nila ay x. So we can get the GCF of these variables na x yung base. How about y? We cannot get the GCF of that kasi etong second monomial lang yung may y. Yung first, wala. So, therefore, ang kukuhanan lang natin ng GCF, si x. Okay? So, sabi pa, kapag kumuha tayo ng GCF ng variables, kailangan yung may pinakamababang degree. or exponent. Yun yung GCF nila. So, x to the fourth and x to the third power, ano sa kanilang dalawa yung may mababang degree? Or sino sa kanilang dalawa yung may mababang degree or exponent? Of course, this one. Okay? So, therefore, ang GCF nitong dalawang to ay x cube. Okay? Kasi ang kukunin nga natin is yung may mababang degree. So, solving this, we can now conclude that the GCF of the given, so ang answer natin ay dito na lang natin isulat. Okay? So, ang answer natin, the GCF of 24x to the fourth and 16x cubed and y squared is, we need to combine this, no? So, 8x cubed. This will be your answer. Okay? So, pinagsama lang natin yung dalawang GCF. And that will be the GCF of the given. Another example. So, let's say we have, we will be looking for the GCF of 72a squared b squared and 120a cubed b. Okay, we will be looking for the GCF of that. So, of course, first of all, we need to look for the GCF of the numerical coefficients. This 72 and 120. So, if you're going to list all the factors, so we need to list all the factors kapag hindi nyo pa kabisado how to get the GCF na tinitingnan lang. So, solution dyan. So, 120. So, pwede 1, 2, ano pa? 3. Yes, pwede dyan yung 3. If you're curious how am I like giving numbers, yung factors niya, anak, ano lang siya, yung mga numbers na pwedeng i-divide sa kanya tapos hindi magiging decimal yung sagot. Diba? 1, of course, lagi naman. 2 din, pwede. 3, pwede din. 4 kaya, pwede din. So, I'm going to shortcut this, no? 4 and 18, 24, 36, and 72. Shortcut ko na lang. Hindi ko na kinuha lahat ng factors. Okay? Dito, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 6, 12, or 10, 12, 24, so, shortcutin lang natin, no? Masyadong tayong magtatagal. And, 24, 20, and so on, and so forth. Hindi ko na ilalagay. So, the GCF here, madami kayong nakikitang common factor, pero ang pinakamataas na common factor ng 72 and 120 is this 24. So, the GCF of the numerical coefficient is 24. 4. How about the variables, ma'am? So, as you can see in the given, pareho ba silang may A and B na variable? Pareho. Therefore, we can get the GCF of this 2. So, let's say this is our solution. And yung una, A squared and B squared and A cubed and B. So first, kunin muna natin yung GCF nung variable A. So kapag kukuha tayo ng GCF ng variables, we're going to pick the variable that has the least degree or the least exponent. So ano ba yung may least exponent? Alin ba yung mas mababa yung exponent? Si A squared or si A cubed? Of course, si A squared. How about sa B? Si B squared or si B? Of course, si B. Mas mababa. Therefore, ang GCF ng variables ay A squared B. So, combining these GCFs, kasi madami sila, no? GCFs, we can get the GCF of this given. So, this will be our answer. So, the GCF of 72A squared B squared and 120A cubed B is, we need to combine this, okay? 24A squared B. Okay na. That will be your GCF. Now that we know how to get the GCF in algebra, we can now factor polynomials with a common factor. So let's say, for example, we will be factoring this polynomial here. We will be factoring y to the fourth minus y to the second power. So this example is an example of a binomial. Nakikita nyo? Kasi pag binomial, there are two terms. Kapag monomial, there are only one term. Kapag trinomial, there are three terms. So in this example, we will be factoring this binomial. So let's write our solution here. And how do we factor polynomials like this? So, di ba kanina I discussed how to get the GCF. So, we will apply that in this lesson. So, what is the GCF of y to the fourth and y to the second power? So, di ba these are just variables. So, pag kumuha tayo ng GCF ng variable, ano lang kailangan nating tandaan? So, kailangan lang natin tandaan yung kung sino yung may pinakamababang exponent, yun yung GCF. So, therefore, in this example, ang GCF nitong dalawa or nitong binomial is y to the second power. So, now that we solve for the GCF, which is y to the second power, we need to divide the binomials by the GCF. So, ma'am, paano po yan? So, like this. So, I'm going to rewrite the given y to the fourth minus y to the second power. We will be dividing both the terms by the GCF. So, si y to the fourth, we need to divide sa GCF, y to the second power. And then, si y to the second power, we also need to divide by the GCF, which is y to the second power. Now, here, in simplifying this, kung naaalala nyo dati, nag-divide na tayo sa algebra. Kapag nag-divide tayo, we will just be subtracting the exponents. Okay? So, this is simply y raised to 4 minus 2, diba? minus y raised to 2 minus 2. Pero, tandaan natin, pwede lang tayong mag-subtract ng exponents kung same yung base nila. In this case, parehong y yung base nila or yung variable nila. Therefore, we need to subtract their exponents. So this will be y raised to 4 minus 2, that is 2, minus y raised to 2 minus 2, that is 0. And then, ito na ba yung final answer? No. Meron pa tayong kailangan i-simplify, which is this expression. So, di ba last year, I told you na anything, any number, kahit gaano pa siya kalaki, kahit gaano pa kadaming variable, pero kapag naka-raised sila sa 0, automatically that will be equal to 1. Okay? So, y squared minus y raised to 0 is simply equal to 1. So, ngayon, ang remaining factor natin ay itong sinolve natin. So, that is your remaining factor. Kasi, of course, the GCF factor yan. Ang kinukuha natin yung isa pang factor niya. So, y squared minus 1. So, ma'am, yan na po ba yung sagot pag finactor natin yung example natin? No, hindi pa yan anak yung sagot. We will need to combine the GCF and the remaining factors pa. So, ang final answer natin using the GCF and the remaining factor will be y squared and then quantity y squared minus 1. That will be our answer or the factored form. Kung gusto nyo i-check kung tama yung sagutin nyo, you can multiply or distribute your answer. Let's say, for example, dito. So, y squared times y squared, that is y to the 4th. Y squared times negative 1, that is negative y squared. Nagtugma naman siya sa given. Therefore, yung factors mo, tama siya. Tama yung factored form mo. Okay? So, the factors of y to the 4th minus y to the 2nd power are y squared and y squared minus 1. Or y squared and quantity y squared minus 1. Okay? So, let's say we have here another example. We will be factoring x plus 12. So, kailangan pag kumuha tayo ng GCF, alam na natin agad. No? Para hindi na tayo mahirapan. So, in this given, nakikita nyo, isa lang yung may variable. Therefore, we will just be getting the greatest common factor of the numerical coefficients and the constant here. So, ano ba ang GCF ng 2 and 12? Of course, that is 2. Yun na yung GCF nila. So, we will be finding the remaining factor. Remaining factor of the given. So, that is the one that we need to solve, the remaining factor. So, this will be our solution. To get the remaining factor, we need to divide the given by the GCF. So, 2x plus 12, we need to divide both sides by 2. Okay? So, 2x over 2 or divided by 2, of course, you will just be canceling 2. So, ang matitira lang dyan is x plus 12 over 2 or 12 divided by 2. The answer is 6. Therefore, the remaining factor is x plus 6. Okay? So, let's remove this. And then let's combine our factors here. So therefore, our answer will be, or the factors of the given will be 2 quantity x plus 6. So if you want to check, you can distribute 2, just like what we did earlier. So 2 times x, that is 2x. 2 times positive 6, that is positive 12. Same lang na makukuha nyo sa given natin. If you get the given, therefore, tama yung factors ninyo. So next example, let's say we have a trinomial. So example number 3. Trinomial meaning we have 3 factors. So 2y to the 4th plus 4y cubed minus 20y. So first, of course, we need to get the GCF of this given. So ano ba GCF ni 2, ni 4, at saka ni 20? Of course, 2. That is 2. Ano naman yung GCF ng variables? Or find for the least, or hanapin natin yung variable na may pinaka-least na degree. So that is y. No, ang GCF nila ngayon is 2y. We will be looking for now for the remaining factor. No? So I'm going to write the solution here. And we need to divide the whole expression by the GCF para makuha natin yung remaining factor. So 2y to the 4th plus 4y cubed minus 20y, and we will be dividing all of this by the GCF, which is 2y. Now, ano makukuha natin? So 2, makakancel yung 2. Cancel na yan. So y to the 4th over y, that is y cube. Ma-minus nyo lang anak yung exponent. Kapag wala siyang exponent, automatically, the exponent is 1. Okay, the invisible 1. Plus, so 4 divided by 2, that is 2. Y cubed divided by y, that is y to the 2nd power, minus, I'm just copying the operational signs, okay? So 20 divided by 2, that is 10. Y will be cancelled. So therefore, the remaining factor that we are looking for is y cubed plus 2y squared minus 10. Okay? So combining these factors, we will get this answer. So our answer will be 2y quantity y cubed plus 2y squared minus 10. If you want to check your answer, you can multiply or distribute 2y. And then if you came up with a given, therefore, your answer is correct. So let's try it. 2y times y cubed, the answer is 2y to the 4th plus 2y times 2y to the 2nd power. The answer is 4y cubed. And then lastly, 2y times negative 10 is negative 20y. I did came up with the given. Therefore, I can conclude that the factors are correct and my answer is, or our answer is correct. So that's how you factor polynomials with a common factor.